Welcome, Paul Theron. Thank you so very much. Isn't it fantastic? Finally, there's been conditions that have been agreed on. And then Mario Draghi saying that he's going to stay away from legal tricks on the Greek debt. He's talking about private sector involvement there.
Well, I mean, let's hope this is the big one. This is the deal that finally gets Greece out of the headlines, because I just feel like, you know, if they can be 9 months just, you know, quietly getting on with trying to repair the economy, that's what the Greek economy needs most. But I don't know. I mean, we've seen this false dawns before. I think the ECB being prepared to come to the party and accept a deal with regard to their Greek holdings has been key. But I was going to suggest that we have a drinking game and that you have to drink a glass of ouzo for every headline that says Greek deal done.
We'll have to
and then when it's not, you have to drink another one.
I'll have to sit and do Mad Markets then, if that is the deal. State of the Nation address tonight, Paul.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I'm sure our audience is all standing by and waiting. Speaking of drinking games, you know, of course, that there people have suggested that there's going to be a drinking game and you have to take a tot of something for every time Jacob Zuma does this to his glasses. So, I mean, that will make it interesting at least. And for the rest, there's, you know, the jobs report.
I'll have some water, thanks. So cement sales up 22%. Paul, you must be so delighted.
That is indeed good news. So just to put that in perspective, this is January sales out from the Cement Institute. You can sign up and get the emails. PPC wasn't really reacting that much in the late close, but I think it could do well tomorrow. But a 22% increase in January 2012 cement sales compared to January 2011. So I think there's definitely an ongoing sense of improvement in the economy. We've seen numbers out of Transnet with regard to trade. We've seen that Moira index thing. So all the signs are pointing to economic activity picking up quite nicely across the country. Of course, some people will argue you can't really feel that yet. But, you know, some people won't see the evidence until it's, you know, like right in their faces.
So let's touch on the US. US jobs out, and then also looking at the mortgage bank.
Yes. Now, my number one US stock market predictive index, as you know, is the weekly jobless claims in America. Those came in again looking good, confirming last week's non-farm payroll numbers. So I think that's an important thing to note. Hopefully the Dow can hit the 13,000 mark and that'll continue to give us a lift. I think the other thing which is affecting the US market positively is the financials, because there's been a deal done of some sort with regard to settling with the banks, and people that are underwater in their mortgages can apply for a settlement claim or something like that. So that's good for Bank of America and all those other bums that lent so many people so much money they couldn't afford to pay back.
Sounds quite complex, actually. So, Paul, also Kimber was out with great results, and I mean, obviously working together with Transnet to get the iron ore to the ports.
Well, you know, they say the only thing government really needs to do is to work on its infrastructure projects. So, I mean, that was positive, the comments from the Kumba CEO.